Hi guys, it's Friday and it means that I'm with you as I always am actually, but now I'm like closer to you. Please let me know if you can hear me well. Cool, great. Okay, so now I'm not in Dubai, I'm in Crypto Valley in Switzerland, in Zug. The weather is not so nice here as in Dubai. It was okay yesterday, but not so good today. Kind of like I'm kind of started to miss Dubai with its heat. Now it's kind of better sometimes. So let's get started. And this was a good week actually for Waves because the feature 19, the infamous feature 19, was finally activated. And that feature was meant to help resolve the current situation that we are facing in Waves with USD and DPEG, with like locked funds. And I want to express my gratitude to the miners again because they were able to understand the benefits of this feature. So like if you look at it like without much consideration, you think that it's not good for the miners because it reduces their profits. But I think eventually it should increase their profits. And there is some like more or less direct mechanisms to do so. For example, they can participate in the DAO, they get P tokens, and also there is some like long-term benefit. So I was able to convince them, we were able to convince them, and we have had so much discussion. And during last month, it took us more than a month. So, and the decision was almost unanimous, actually. And I think it's some kind of success, So it's not like a final success, but this decision, this like consensus that we reached, and the fact that we were able to reach it actually is a success because we are on the same page. And blockchain is about community and about doing one thing together. So I'm glad. So what's going to happen now? There is some activation period which takes a week, and after that, the buyback will start. We have tested the bot; it works. So basically, the buyback will be decentralized. Anybody can trigger the bot to buy, extend, and burn it. And also, 2 waves from each block will be going to the Waves DAO. We have shown you the interfaces. It's not finalized yet, but it will be next week. And LP tokens will be sent to the miners. So, and also not only LP tokens, also some power tokens, which will allow them to participate in the governance. So I think it's a great thing for Waves, finally. So what we are trying to do now, we are trying to make Waves the most decentralized ecosystem ever. Because it's very well decentralized in terms of token distribution right now, because as you know, unfortunately or fortunately, the team doesn't have any tokens. This is the fallout from the last year. And the next step is to make the governance decentralized, right? So not only the ownership of the tokens, but also the governance. And we have this power platform, which is a new novel idea. At least I haven't seen anything similar. And it should create a very effective DAO. DAO-based principles of skin in the game, accountability, and I think that we have made a very significant step towards being like properly decentralized as any blockchain ecosystem should be. and people are like questioning me and Waze, and they're asking, guys, so you have no trust, right? So, you had this bad thing last year and nobody trusts you anymore. I just want to remind you again, guys, that blockchain is about being trustless. We have to build things that can work without trust. And trust shouldn't be required, And this is what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to build something that will work without my involvement in future. I will be like as involved as I can now, but when I die, it should work. So this is my goal, to create something that is sustainable and that people can manage on their own, and no one can basically occupy the network or like control the network. So we want to create governance and we want to scale Waves technically. These are our two goals. And now we are on track. I think we're back on track with this proposal. Of course, there's going to be a lot of difficulties ahead, a lot of, barriers. But it's okay. It's okay. It's good that we are on the right track. The track is right because it's like, it's not about like becoming rich or something. It's about making something valuable that can last for decades. And this is the only track we want to be on. Yeah, that's it, guys. So what else happened last week? I think this is the most important. Maybe it's always hard to, to recall things that happened a couple of days ago. I don't know, maybe too many things are happening. So just ask me, like, fire your FUD, do whatever you want. Yeah. Ask me questions, guys. Turkey DAO, yeah. So I was like kind of busy this week, and we need to finalize the list of participants. I talked to Ekin this morning, and we decided to do that next week. And next week we will have the list, the committee, the governance committee in the Turkey DAO, and it will be launched. There is some plan to do some like kind of charity business development in Turkey to make the thing work, because obviously people need to donate funds to the DAO because it's charity DAO, and we need to have some structure here. But I think we have a plan, and I wanted to do this week, but some other things were more important, unfortunately. So next week, yeah. VC update. Hi, Mohammed. Yeah, there's going to be some VC update soon. I can't say that it's going to be something like groundbreaking, but it's a good step. It's a good first step. And we are talking to different people still. It's not going fast, unfortunately, so like there is like a lot of connections, discussions, but it's taking time. But one thing should be announced, I guess, next week. Version 1 markets will also receive vested XTN when liquidated. Yes, this is the plan now. I'm sorry, guys. I have some allergy here. There is so many plants in Switzerland. I'm always allergic here. Yep. Do you have plans for additional use of XTM? Yes, I have plans. I think some teams will launch market making projects for XTM. Something along the lines that actually I mentioned, that we wanted to like buy Bitcoin with XTM treasury. But I think it should be a separate project now, so we don't have to add it to the core. I guess it's better to just launch it separately. And this is the plan. And also there is some announcement regarding Waves 2.0 that somehow will include XTN. But I can't tell you more until all the details are finalized. Did you pay a note to stop flooding on a daily basis? I don't know. No, I didn't. I don't have anything against any kind of FUD here. Probably he got tired, because he occupied the chat like it was his. So probably he's just tired. Galk is asking, can the buyback be triggered by anyone? Yes, it's done in more or less in Ethereum way. The way it's usually done on Ethereum, when anybody on Curve, for example, there is this functionality. They send out the dividend. Anybody can trigger this distribution. Thank you for, nothing helps me against allergy, unfortunately, literally nothing. If I have it, I have it. That's it. What is the plan of the remaining power airdrop? Yes, so we will be doing this based on the demand for power token. Very simple. Okay, so everybody will get power. But now, if we just drop it, I don't think people will use it. They will just sell it. Right? So what's the use? And I think it makes sense I promised to do airdrop to shareholders, but I think it should be done in a more integral way. Yeah, so we need to understand what we do with Surf. And I promised to come up with some proposal regarding this. It might include power drop. Basically, it will include, because I promised. And as for the rest of the airdrops, I think they should be executed based on the demand. Otherwise, it wouldn't make any sense, guys. Now, you're going to get the tokens, but for example, it actually increases your profits, I think, because they will be dropped when there is demand. So you'll be able to sell if you want to, but when the price is higher, right? So if we just complete all the stages of the airdrop right now, you will sell it for pennies, and you might cry later. Will the total power token supply still be 1 million? Yes, sure. Yes, the idea is to make this token very scarce. It has to be scarce. So it's not reissuable, and it is scarce. VC update? Yeah, Mohammed, I just told you. Yeah, so we will make some VC update, some news regarding VCs next week. In the end, I think. It's not groundbreaking, but it's a good step. At least we have something, Yeah. Is the out of market XTN held by Waves team public information? Yeah. So we don't hold any XTN. Guys, you should actually be able to use Waves Explorer and Rich List. And it's pretty easy to see who owns what. Actually, you will see that most of XTN is locked in Virus. So it's collateral, right? So that was assumed, and I kind of have access to that debt, but it's locked in Virus, so it's not mine. It's some collateral for the stock funds in Virus. That's it. This is all XTN that we have, and there is also 10 million XTN from IDO of WX. The WX was very kindly donated, and to basically myself, and I borrowed some funds on Puzzle to basically pay developers, and it's also visible on the blockchain. That's it, guys. So there is no other XTN. So it's either Virus in pools, so you can just go through the list and not ask me and not think whether I'm lying or telling you the truth, just do some research. So it's blockchain is good. As I said at the beginning, this is the question that bothers me. People don't trust blockchain projects, but blockchain is supposed to be trustless, guys. It's this is the very point of it. This is the whole idea of blockchain. It should be trustless. So you don't have to ask, all right? So just open, for example, Waves Cap, and Waves Cap probably, and there is this rich list thing there, and you can just go through the accounts one by one. That's it. So it's can you give some more details about the IDOs that require GWX to participate? Yes, so we are trying to actually attract some VC funds into those projects. So probably we will announce some IDOs after we have some clarity regarding VCs. It's coming in any case, but on WX, I'm not sure that it will be very soon, so let's see how it goes. I think some projects might launch on external launch pads and also on swap.fi, which has a decent, I think, launch pad. And there were several IDOs there. XTN bot for Neutrino, yes, expect. So as I said, Muhammad, yeah. I think that I'm talking to one team, and the idea is to launch it separately, because not directly, because it will increase the supply of XTN. It will increase the XTN free float. And our goal is to increase the price. And if you increase the free float circulating XTN, there's going to be some selling pressure. So the idea is to launch a project that will do trading using XTN transparently, actually, on the DEX. And people will be able to deposit their XTN there. So it increases the utility of XTN. Probably it allows people to make profits. I think actually the crypto markets are pretty promising at the moment. I think I won't say that I like it too much. It's it's a separate question. But I think there is so much activity now in the US around those ETFs and big investment companies coming to crypto. They're very interested in majors in Bitcoin, Ethereum. So I think there's going to be some bull run, at least in Bitcoin. So it probably makes sense to convert somehow XTN to Bitcoin or trade Bitcoin. So this is the plan. But on the other hand, if we allow to take XTN out of the treasury, out of locked amounts, it will increase the supply. And increased supply will bring the price down. And our goal is to make XTN price go up. So I think people should use XTN that is not locked. And this is my plan now. And we are discussing it with a team, with one of the teams. And I think it's quite probable that this product will be launched. Is there any sentinels at Turkey DAO? Yeah, basically we are compiling this list of participants. And I think you are in it. I know that you talked to Egan and you messaged me. You participate. On some exchanges, XTN is still referred as USDN. Yeah, we should reach out. I didn't know. Tell us when our USDT WXG money will be given in real USDT at its own value. Guys, I'm ready to repeat the things that I've said many times, of course. Yeah, so I understand that not everybody is following us so closely. So for now, we are trying to increase the volume on the WX because we use the fees from trading fees to buy back the packed wrapped tokens. This is the plan for now. We should do two things here because we don't have any other options at the moment. We can either we should actually do both. We should increase the volumes on WX and we should find some external investment, I think, from VCs into WX. And probably we need to maybe make WX more interchain. So I will be discussing this with the team. I think we need to. Probably I wouldn't do that, guys. If not for the situation. But now I think we need some kind of native Ethereum integration for WX. It should be not through bridges, but native. And I'm thinking how to do that. It's actually doable, and it could increase the volumes considerably, as you understand. And we need volumes, so I'm ready to do anything to achieve that, including creating some kind of Ethereum version of WX. How many USD worth of XTN will be burned monthly after this new proposal of buying and burning? So you can calculate, basically, it's 2,880 waves per day. It's 2 waves per block. One block is generated every minute. So you get this around 3,000 waves per day will be used to buy back XTN. People are saying that it might negatively impact waves price, but I don't think so, actually. Because actually I think it should have a positive effect on waves price, because the buyback will go through the pools, actually. So it's not dumped immediately into the market. Probably people did it before because miners just sold their waves, right? Or leasers. Now it goes into the pool because the buyback will be done through WX pools. And also another 2 waves, they go to the DAO and they're locked there. So they're not sold immediately, at least. So I think overall it won't increase the selling pressure, actually. So let's see how it goes. But my bet is it won't. So let's see. Some people think that it will, but if you look closely, you understand that probably there is not a chance of that. Actually, it should actually be beneficial for the waves price, even in the short run. How long buyback XTN will be? I think it will be indefinite. So miners can eventually vote against it. When community decides that everything is good, the buyback will be stopped. And when can it happen? When all the excess XTN has been bought back, and which means that XTN is fully backed. Because XTN is supposed to be an indexed token right now, not stablecoin. It won't be stablecoin again, obviously. So you can't enter the same river twice, right? But it will have value and it will work in its own right as an index. But currently it's not fully backed, even as an index. And I think XTN and buyback should stop when XTN becomes fully backed. Any upcoming updates on WX.network? Nothing major next week, I think. There's going to be some governance proposal regarding, if it's not there yet, I should ask actually, regarding unlock of WX. So people are very unhappy, some people, that they can't unlock people who locked for 4 years. And there's going to be a governance proposal to implement some gradual unlock. I think it makes sense because it's not curve, obviously, so because I was kind of against it. Yeah, you always say that like Waves is like 100% central, but okay, so and guys wanted to like imitate curve, and I couldn't resist, and I kind of like suspected that it wasn't a great idea because curve .phi was in the right time at the right place, So, and I don't think that any other project works with a similar tokenomics to curve. So I think we shouldn't have copied it. And now we will have to tweak it to account for the actual situation that we face, right? So tokens will be actually available for unlocking as well. Gradual. Yeah, I gave you the numbers, guys. It's very simple. Block on Waves is generated every minute. So you have 1,440 minutes in a day. So calculate. Yeah, XTNs, our goal is to buy back XTN, create more utility for XTN, maybe, as I mentioned, but I won't go into details, to come up with some product that can consume XTN, like you swap XTN and get something else, and XTN is burned. And make sure that XTN prices goes up, actually, from a very low value that it has now. Yeah, basically 1 million per year, kind of, more or less, give or take, yeah. And the same amount will go to DAO, which will provide the teams on Waves some runway, some teams that were like core teams that became independent now. The node team. So yeah, so we will have some runway, not like we as like our team, but as an ecosystem, because anybody will be able to apply for those funds. But I want to like remind you that it's not a charity DAO. The idea is to make projects that are sustainable, including financially. So there's going to be some tokens that the DAO receives with a discount, and the idea is to make the DAO profitable. Maybe in some other situation we could have launched some kind of like purely donation thing, as many other projects do. But I think now it's important to make projects sustainable and at least make people think about sustainability, not just get some funds, spend them on some kind of prototype and be done with it. No, they have to think what happens next, because that was the case on Waves, so maybe I kind of like, maybe it was also somehow because of me, because I was always quite generous, I think, in terms of like grants. and because the idea was to promote the technology, So I think I'm not a proper entrepreneur. I'm more of some kind of like blockchain evangelist. So for me, it was always important to spread out the message. But now it's very wrong time for that, guys. We need to make something that can work, be sustainable. Yeah. 900,000 waves that are using to wrap waves at Ethereum after their stake at XX pool. No, I don't think. No, we don't. I don't remember. I think no. I think we haven't implemented weight staking on Ethereum. So there is a wrapped token, but there is no APY, I think. And also, I think there has to be a new token for this. Yeah, and because why so much actually? Because on some exchanges you don't have waves in its native form. I think I might be mistaken, but I think it's KuCoin, and it was FTX actually. And the whole thing last year started when someone, because it wasn't me, and it's obvious, pumped waves on FTX, and it wasn't me because it was a wrapped token. And like I actually didn't even realize that there is waves on FTX. No, I knew that, of course, but I didn't really take it seriously because it wasn't a proper waves. It was like a wrapped token. And it's kind of weird, all those wrapped tokens, I think, okay, they're kind of weird, because there is like a lot of centralization. Sasha is a waves cheerleader. Yeah. I'm fine with it. Okay. This is like what I want to do. Why XX shilling? Oh no, they don't do that. We will there is like a lot of things on XX, but I promise to you that this list that you don't like so much will be tweaked to account for other nodes, And but the problem is, guys, you haven't agreed on the approach yet in the node chat. Probably you should have some consensus there and decide what you want to be implemented. Do any of the teams have any fund in FTX? I had an account on FTX, had some money in it, but where is because actually I like the exchange, but it was a very small amount, less than 100K, I guess. Because sometimes I just use them to take a look at charts and something like that. But directly we didn't have. I think we withdrew some funds actually before the collapse, and I left some fund there, but it's not much. But it was a nice exchange in terms of interface actually. I've never used other exchanges actually. I think never used Binance. So probably FTX was the only one they used for a while because they have good marketing, I think, and they had a very decent product in terms of usability. Yes, 100K was quite small back then, Now it seems like a lot of money. When I have to come up with money every 2 weeks to be developers, 100K for me is like huge amount of money now. But back then it wasn't like pennies. Any updates on the DAX team's progress? Have not talked to them last week. I have some idea, and I wanted the proposal to be accepted first, the miners, feature 19. And I think it's time to talk to the DAX regarding, and maybe to some other teams regarding some ideas that will lead to some demand for EC token, which I think could be nice. FTX is coming back. Let's see how they will come back. Let's just wait and see. Let's just, I'm not sure that it's going to be so fast. Will they return the money to Virus? We have their collateral stuck, kind of. And I talked to their liquidators. There is some trustee, some legal company. I talked to them once. I think it was quite a long time ago, and they haven't reached out since. So probably they will. Yeah. People are coming back to Waves, or I don't know. I can't say they're coming back because we haven't seen too many people, so probably we need to understand why. I have some ideas, of course, but we need to maybe tweak our message somehow to the developers, to the developer community. Yep. FTX situation is kind of weird, so it's people are still having problems with withdrawals. You mean new bridges or old bridges? I think that, no, I think Binance Smart Chain, old gateways are okay. No, you should actually send me some details. Because as far as I can remember, all old wrapped tokens for the smart chain were redeemed. There might be some people who didn't redeem or something like that, but there shouldn't be any problem. So please send me the details. Yeah. Wave is the best decentralized blockchain. Decentralized blockchain, kind of, contradiction in terms. Because blockchains are supposed to be decentralized. People are forgetting about that now. I will just launch my NFT collection and they come like bees to honey. Do it, please. Okay. Yeah, please give me the details regarding a smart chain, because I thought that the thing was complete. And I got several confirmations, actually. So just tell me the details. Okay, so not so many questions, but honey project on Waves. Yeah, there have been guys on Waves who launched actual bee farm, real world bee farm. I forgot the name. It was 2018, I guess. And even they sent us some honey. So it was awesome, actually. But I can't see them anymore. I hope they're okay. Maybe they just, ate too much honey. Yeah, just send me the details. That's it. My Telegram. What else can I tell you? I can see that there are not so many questions. Maybe let me take a look at some plans. Yeah, next week, I think Turkey DAO, some announcement regarding VCs should be there. I have a couple ideas regarding the docs, and I will talk to the team. Waves DAO, the new interface and the mechanics, because we have had to tweak the mechanics, because initially we didn't think that there would be this miner's contribution from the mining rewards, and now we decided not to launch a separate DAO. We have been discussing this in the miners chat for weeks, actually. And the question was whether we should launch separate DAO for the miners, or we can just aggregate both DAOs into the current DAO. And somehow miners decided that it would be better to just have one DAO. It is like not so obvious still to me, but actually that was the final idea. Yeah, basically, I agree to this, and I came up with a proposal, but it has to be like maybe worked out in more detail. And we will come back to the miners with this exact mechanic. And yeah, so I think we will show you how it is supposed to work next week as well. So what else? Basically, that's it, guys. So for the next week, I'm pretty excited about the start of the buyback, because there is less than 7 days until this, and the launch of the DAO, basically. So now we are starting to move forward finally, because without funding, it's not easy to to discuss those things, because it's somehow pretty sad. But without funding, you can't move forward, unfortunately. That's how the world is built, So I don't like it. Maybe you don't like it either, but that's how it works, and we are not able to change that right now. So, but this DAO will provide us with some runway. Ecosystem. It will provide the ecosystem with some runway, and people will be applying for DAO funds. I know a lot of teams that want to participate, so the action will start. LFG, and start now, despite all the problems, and all the problems won't be resolved immediately in one shot. It's impossible, but we are on the track towards the resolution, which is the most important. So yeah, a while back. So yeah, sorry. Yeah, I will check. Sorry, maybe I haven't seen that. Yeah. Yeah, I remember your proposal, actually. Yeah, I think we will implement something like that, because that was the idea, actually, to do some treasury swaps between Power DAO and the projects. When the projects, the teams get power, and they give the DAO their tokens in return. it can make a lot of sense. It was one of the ideas of PowerDAO. Somebody selling waves. Hard. Yeah, I don't know why, guys. I can't know why. So everybody is always doing this when I'm doing my AMAs. It's not me. So what can I tell you? But why are they selling? It was 2 in the morning. When waves $10. Yeah, I would like it to be $10 as well, because it would solve a lot of problems. The last pump of wave price was related to the war of Russia and Wagner. I think they were the same guys that pumped waves last year in February. So I don't know why they do that, because I can't actually tell you who these guys are, because I have no proofs. But I think they're the same guys. Somehow they try to connect waves to Russia and do something. So this is it. Okay, so somebody is dumping waves to accompany my AMA. Guys, all the best to you. Thank you very much for your support, guys. When AMA bought, what should it do? I have read comments from users who have been able to withdraw all their blocked money in Virus. I don't know what they're talking about exactly. There might have been some situations before, but now actually it's pretty hard, and I think we should actually resolve the situation as a whole, for all users, not for some privileged ones, Yeah, BTC went down, getting hammered. Okay. Yeah. You can't fight the king, Everything revolves around Bitcoin, because Bitcoin is more or less decentralized. Ethereum is kind of not so much. Yeah, they always dump during AMA. Somebody loves me, but I love them too. Okay, so so I hope everything's gonna be fine with BTC. It's not gonna get hammered anymore. Maybe now. I think there is a pretty clear plan to pump BTC to the moon. So maybe they will decide to dump some more to buy more. So don't sell them their BTC, guys. And all that BTC that is stuck in WX gateways is not forgotten. Yeah. Bitcoin, stop dumping. Yeah, some people reached out to me on Telegram, and I did what I could. Not like like fun, because there's different situations, and I'm trying to help people. Some people try to cheat me, maybe somebody even did. I paid some funds from some other, not from $500 million. No. But in any case, I have to find money to pay the teams, and there is sometimes there is some surplus. Not so much now, guys, but some people were able to get something. But now, we need to resolve this as a whole, because it's not a way to proceed otherwise. Yeah. I would like to go to Saudi Arabia for sure. Maybe we can, if you know some people there, man, who could help with funding. Yeah, I will prepare a very nice pitch and we'll try to convince them. Maybe I will come up with some specific ideas for this market. I think I kind of understand it, but I don't have time to actively do some kind of investor reach out, although I'm doing this, but if you know some people, it's good. Yeah, thank you very much. Support by token. Yes, it's a very interesting project. Probably I'm not the best promoter on Waves now, because there is this trust issue, but I think it's very good. You don't have to trust me. They are very old community members, one of the oldest, both Christoph and Hockey. Mark. Mark is, by the way, a professor in Germany, cryptography professor, so you can trust them. So, it's a good project, and it basically does the most hyped up thing at the moment. It combines crypto and AI. You're saying that anyone in Riyadh is rich. Awesome place, even Dubai is not like that. So I really have to go there. Art hack was resolved, I guess. Wait, I think the hacker returned the funds, right? If my memory serves me. Yeah. This not this, because I'm not in Dubai now, but that region is crazy. It's crazy rich, crazy rich. And let's see how it goes in the future. I wish them all the best, but there is a lot of volatility ahead, in my opinion. But hopefully everything's gonna be fine. Yeah. It was returned. I remember the guy just returned the money. Sorry, had to reply. Okay, so I think we are done for now, guys. It was a pleasure. As always, I hope you're doing fine. Have a nice week. I understand that some people have problems with Waves, and I understand that you are very unhappy. And okay, but we are with you. We're working, and it will be resolved. And there's a lot of things coming, so it's time to get excited again. No, because there is going to be action, some kind of forward motion, which is very important. I love you all. Power to the people. Ride on waves. Have a nice, calm, productive week. See you next Friday, guys. I love you all. Bye.